Football season is here, and KPreps.com is your source for Kansas high school football coverage this season. KPreps.com provides full coverage for every team in the state with original news content, team pages, schedules, standings, and state rankings. Be sure to stay connected with KPreps.com through our website, mobile app, and KPreps Twitter feed, where you'll find the fastest and most complete list of scores in all of Kansas. And new this year, KPreps' revamped website features daily audio content, live video game broadcasts, and will expand our coverage for winter and spring sports. KPreps.com, your source for Kansas high school sports.
Chet Coupland with Sports in Kansas here. This is your Class 4A Division II playoff update. Round one of the playoffs, 16 teams remain. We started with 32, so going to be an interesting Friday night across Kansas. In fact, one game underway this evening. Holton is obviously traveling to Baldwin City to take on Baldwin tonight, so if you're listening to this on Friday, then that game happened on Thursday. We put this out on Thursday, and that game not quite underway yet, just getting ready to kick off in Baldwin City. But we will talk about those playoffs and who's playing who, what we think is going to happen, some of the top players, and really what to look at. We're kind of getting an identity of this classification in its third year now as a class, and talking to some of these coaches, especially, we talked to Coach Grundy at Columbus. They've made a couple nice playoff runs in this, a semifinal appearance a year ago and a state championship appearance where they got second 2 years ago in the first ever 4A2 title. And we're seeing some depth build at some of these teams because they have playoff runs. They've played into November, get a few extra games in. In fact, you get to that state title game, obviously, within the past 2 years, you get 8+ games in. Columbus has got 7 more games in over the past 2 years because they've been the semifinalists and a finalist. So what that means is almost a whole extra season of football for some of the younger guys, some reps. It gets teams better, and we're starting to see teams emerge. Because let's face it, back in the day, we have Topeka Hayden in here now. They competed with all of 4A, and so did Holton. And obviously, when Andale was in this division a few years ago, they could as well. But it's very, very difficult for a lot of these small teams in here with 250, however many students, to compete with the Bishop Mieges and the Lewisburgs and those teams, of the world in 4A, because some of those teams almost 3 times the size. But not the point here, but just want to touch on that because it's certainly changed and we're seeing some teams emerge. So back to talking 4A2. Topeka Hayden takes on Osawatomie. They should have no trouble here. Hayden, a team that we talked about, has some depth on this team and obviously pretty good defense overall. They've played a very tough schedule this year. We look at it, they've lost to 2 6A opponents and 2 5A opponents. They're undefeated against 4A Division II competition. That is Santa Fe Trail, Holton, and Jeff West in their district. This game going to be at home. Topeka Hayden. And Osawatomie as a team gets in the playoffs, kind of a district that was pretty weak overall. Obviously got wins over Prairie View and Bishop Ward to get in there, and lost to Baldwin, a team that has a losing record as well. And don't expect too much here. I think that hands down Topeka Hayden moves on here. 2-7 on the year. Osawatomie still gets in the playoffs, so hats off to them. Girard will rematch with Columbus, and Columbus is district runner-up. They lost by 1 to Frontenac. They're really led by Keenan Stanley. Ridge Smith, their quarterback, also a nice linebacker for them. They got a very nice, experienced offensive line, some kids that obviously got some reps on those runs a few years ago. And outside of 1 point, this team is undefeated. Now, they did have a close one at Galena that they could have lost. Came from behind in that one, 36 to 35. So Girard, Columbus, this will be a little bit different. They played basically in a mud bowl back in week 3 when it was 22 to 6. So both teams are going to get to do a little bit more what they like to do. Girard obviously led by their quarterback, Eric Wilson. He's capable of getting loose and running the football, also throws it pretty well. And then you obviously have Columbus, which you mentioned, Ridge Smith. Keenan Stanley is the star player at Columbus, a hybrid running back, wide receiver. And Peyton Hell as well in the backfield for Columbus. So that's going to be an interesting matchup there. Baldwin taking on Holton right now as we speak. I expect Holton to get the win there, but we do think that Baldwin may be able to hang around for a bit because they do play Frontier League overall. Some of their losses aren't too bad. They played Sabetha. Holton, you look at their losses, they played Sabetha pretty close this year, Nemaha Central close, Atchison, all those teams at one point were undefeated, then lost to Topeka Hayden. So those losses aren't bad. But another side of things, back to Baldwin, Frontier League, they've been in some of the games. They've gotten blown away in some of the games. They don't really have an impressive win. So really going to be hard to gauge where they are at. But Holton will be favored in that, and they will limit offensive possessions of Baldwin because they will control the clock. One of the running backs, the bomb kid, is back. Strozer in the backfield as well. A nice rushing attack there at Holton. Now, it's not one of those Holton teams we're used to, but it doesn't have to be for them still to make a nice run. But Frontenac will take on Iola. Frontenac, led by their quarterback, Brandon Malikas, have very good line play on the defense. Defense has been outstanding this year. Columbus, they allowed 20 there, but that's Columbus. Outside of that, very, very good. The offense is good as well. The most difficult thing with Frontenac coming down to it, maybe their offensive line play against teams like Holton, or if they were to get deeper into the playoffs, taking on Topeka Hayden or Columbus again. But so far, Frontenac's taking care of business. Malikas has put his team on his back, and several nice athletes on that Frontenac team loaded all the way around. So a lot of size on that defensive line. 6'4", 230-pound DN, a 6'2", 260 tackle on that, and a 220-pound linebacker. So they got some speed and some size to them on that defense as well. So Wichita Collegiate is a team out west going to take on Clay Center. This game in Wichita, Collegiate should be the favorite here, hands down, in my opinion. Now, they've been tested. They lost to Hoisington. Hoisington came from behind. Hoisington's undefeated in 3A. Mulvane's a very good team in Class 4A Division II, led by their quarterback, Jaden Price. And then Andale, a very good team, which Collegiate needs to learn how to close out some games because Andale, they had that game won as well. Cody McNerney, the quarterback, has been big this year for Wichita Collegiate. In his first year as a starter, was a receiver 1 year ago. And you also have Cooper Root, one of the top linebackers in the state, also plays tight end. Jad Harani leads them in receiving and receptions this year, and then the Copeland kid on offensive and defensive line. So Collegiate's got some players, some playmakers. I expect them to get it done against Clay Center. I don't feel like Clay Center's schedule has been anywhere near as close to Collegiate. Obviously, they did play Phillipsburg, a pretty good 3A team, and kind of blown out in that. But no really impressive victories that stand out to me. They did lose in overtime 1 week ago to Smoky Valley. Their district really was not that tough. Collegiate is a really good team that doesn't have a very good record in 6-3, but Hoisington, Mulvane, Andale, those are not bad losses. Buhler, that was an impressive win. Clearwater, Nickerson, Trinity, even the team not too bad. So their district was good as well. So expect Collegiate to move on there. Scott City Holcomb, man, that's a brutal first round matchup. It's sad that either one of these teams will have to lose. This was a rematch of week 2. Holcomb won 32-13. Now, if you were to talk to me a few weeks ago, I would have said Holcomb going to be your favorite to get to that state title game, but that loss to Pratt by 7 kind of has me questioning that maybe some teams can beat them. But they rebounded and knocked off Hugoton for the playoff spot 47-7. They are a well-rounded football team. We talk about Dylan Williams, the fullback, one of the best linebackers in the state. You got Connor Van Cleve, tight end, DN, the Stegman kid, wide receiver, can run the football out of the backfield, and Gilbert at the quarterback position as well. And several nice key linemen on this team. So this is going to be an interesting matchup with Scott City. Scott City, Jim Turner doing a nice job. He's won 7 consecutive since dropping his first 2. Lost to Hayes, who's in 4A1. Then we mentioned Holcomb. So last 3 out of the 4 games, they've had shutouts and only allowed 12 total points over those 4 times. And outside of their losses, they have not allowed more than 12 in one football game. So I feel like the defense has probably gotten better over time. Expect a closer game, this game being at Scott City. But Holcomb should be the favorite here, setting up a matchup with Holcomb in Collegiate next week. Smoky Valley and Nickerson, kind of interesting round 1 matchup here. Smoky Valley, a team that went 7-2, won their district by beating Clay Center in overtime 1 week ago. Their losses to Halstead and Heston 3A programs. Going to take on a Nickerson squad. Nickerson's been up and down. It seems like their defense has been pretty good at times, but have been exposed. But Hoisington and Pratt have exposed a lot of people this year. What I do look at is they were able to really limit Wichita Collegiate. I see this as a coin flip matchup against Smoky Valley this week, and really could go either way, setting up a matchup more than likely against Pratt. You got to like what Pratt's done. Travis Tice, a sophomore, Hunter Kaufman, a utility guy. Quarterback obviously out last year, some injuries, and they've turned it around there. At one point they lost to Hoisington 32-14, and I thought, man, they may lose to Halstead, Hugoton, and Holcomb to close out the season before getting to Kingman and miss the playoffs. Well, they're in there because an impressive victory over Hugoton by 3 and a very impressive victory over Holcomb 35-28, and they shut out Kingman this past week to get that district title. I don't think too many people had Pratt as a district champion. Now, a lot of people probably had him as runner-up, but a lot of people had Hugoton. That was a loaded district. On the other side of things, Colby, a team that's went 5-4 this year, they lost 4 games in a row after starting the season 3-0, but those losses, pretty good teams overall. Holcomb in that mix, Norton, who's alive, Ulysses, a bigger school in 4A1, and Scott Cities, who's still alive, but they've won 2 consecutively, but going to have their hands full at Pratt this week, and Colby should finish at 5-5 while Pratt moves to 9-1. Pratt will take on the winner of Nickerson Smoky Valley. We feel like Holcomb will get the best of Scott City. Wichita Collegiate should beat Clay Center. Frontenac will get Iola. Holton should get Baldwin. Columbus should get Girard, and Topeka Hayden should get Osawatomie. So not a lot of unknowns as far as predictions, and we're wrong a lot, but we're also right a lot on some of these things. So all for fun. Best of luck to everybody across the state. Staying healthy. Be sure to follow us on game day at Scores in Kansas, powered by Eddie's Toyota in Wichita. Thanks for tuning into this Sports in Kansas 4A2 football update.
Watco Companies has been a member of the Pittsburgh community since 1983. Now a national freight transportation provider, Watco serves customers in 26 states by offering transportation, mechanical, and transload services. Whether transporting potatoes from Idaho, replacing rail cars in Iowa, or transloading rock in Alabama, Watco will never forget their roots because there's no place like home. Watco supports Pittsburgh community athletics and wishes all area teams the best of luck.
All right, I'm joined by Clay Center head coach Todd Rice up here in the press box before tonight's game. Coach, first round of the playoffs, first time you guys have been in since 2013, and you guys got bumped in that first round. So what's it going to take to a lot of these guys have not even played in a postseason game?
Yeah, it was our seniors' freshman year the last time that we were in, and we went to MAC and played that night. So our guys are excited to be back in. Really wish we were playing at home. We had a tough one last week, so kind of bounced back though. We still got a shot, and we're going to make the most of it.
Right, and talk about last week's game. It's a tough one. The winner of that you knew was going to be hosting this Friday, and instead you guys lose 30-28 in an overtime loss at Smoky Valley. And for those that don't know, you guys took the early lead. Cade had the touchdown run on the first play of the game, and you guys just a 2-point conversion away from tying that game up and sitting into double overtime. So kind of just recap last week's game.
Yeah, just I said we're up 16 at one point. Had a chance to go up 16 again late in the third, turned it over going in. And then the fourth quarter, just credit to them. It was hard to get the ball away from them. They had about an 8-minute drive, had a couple key calls go their way down the stretch to kind of extend it. And then unfortunately, they said we came up short on the 2-point conversion, and that was it. So just kind of a lot of tough breaks in there for us.
And now you guys make a little over 2-hour trip down here?
Yeah, about 2.5.
2.5. And so just playing, 2.5 hours away from home, a beautiful Friday night. You can't ask for any better weather than this. I imagine you guys are going to have a large crowd base on the far side. But it's always tough to play on the road, and especially in the first round of the playoffs. How is your team prepared this week for this?
I think just, we got a lot of resolve to us. Our guys are not very happy the way things ended up last week. And, our goal is to get back in the playoffs and, try to be a first Clay Center team that's won a playoff game since '93. So it's been a little while. We've been in the playoffs 6 of my 8 years at Clay Center, and we're hoping this is a team that can get it done. And, we've traveled. We played some other road games, played Goodland, Colby, some of those teams. And, so coming to Wichita, is not that big a trip for us.
And you talked about your senior leadership on this team and some of those guys. It starts with Cade Wallace at quarterback. So how is this senior leadership going to be able to take this team, to that next step in the playoffs?
I think these guys just got a tremendous amount of resolve to them. There's no quit in them. I've never been able to question the effort that our guys give. So, we're going to come out there and give it everything we got and take our best shot. We know we're facing a good opponent, but, hey, everybody's pretty good this time of year. So we're just glad to have the opportunity.
Yeah, and just talk about, facing this collegiate team. They like to throw the ball a lot, and they've done that all year. And they really don't run the ball as much, but they started to a little bit more last week. So how have you prepared to, take down this collegiate offense?
Yeah, it's different. Their team speed is something that kind of jumps out at you when you're looking at game film. Their speed on both sides of the ball. In our district was a run-heavy district 2 weeks ago. We're going against Rock Creek, and everybody's in the phone booth. And, then last week, Smoky Valley, heavy 32 personnel, wishbone. And in Wichita Collegiate can do that as well, or they can go empty. And so they're very versatile. I think we have some decent team speed. We'll just have to kind of see how it matches up tonight.
And your offense is averaging 326 yards a game. 261 of those are on the ground. And it starts with you guys' offense. You have multiple guys that can run the ball. So just kind of talk and break down your guys' offense.
It's just, it's a team-first mentality. We've had a lot of different guys on different nights to step up and make plays. Our quarterback is pretty much 3-year experience there. A couple guys, Parker Folk, some of those guys up front have played a lot of football for us. And then in the flex bone, whether it's our fullback or different slots, we got a couple receivers have done some nice things. So it's just a real team mentality that our guys rally around each other, and it's just been different guys for us each week.
And your defense has been strong all year, allowing just 16 points a game on average. What's it going to take to keep the Spartans out of the end zone tonight?
I think we've got to tackle well in space, and getting spread back out where we've, like I said, almost been in a phone booth for 2 weeks. it's going to be a little different. So we've worked a lot on some of those base aspects this week, and so we're going to have to do a great job with our leverage, do a great job pad level, staying square to line of scrimmage, and kind of building a wall around some of these athletic receivers and skill players that they have.
All right, Coach, thanks for your time. We got a beautiful night. Hopefully we have a great game in store for us. The Tigers in the playoffs for the first time since 2013 and looking for that first playoff win since, 1993 you said? So we'll see if the Tigers can get it done. Make sure to stay with us here as we get closer to kickoff on the kpreps.com pregame show.
You belong. It's why you belong at Pittsburg State University.
Building, commercial facility, or custom-built design. We're your one-stop shop for post-frame buildings. QSI. Everything we do is right on cue.
I'm joined here by Collegiate coach Mike Gear before tonight's game in Clay Center. Coach, it's November. It's a Friday night, beautiful weather, and it's officially playoff season. It doesn't get much better than that.
Oh, it doesn't. I mean, this weather practice this week has just been unbelievable, and to have the same kind of weather tonight, no wind. You know, the great thing about it is it's not going to affect the game, and that's always good for the kids that they get to come out and it's decided by the kids and on the field, and no other obstacles involved.
And let's talk about tonight's opponent, the Clay Center Tigers. They make the 2.5-hour trip down here, and you have never played them before in your tenure and actually in the school's history. So a Clay Center team that likes to run the ball a lot, kind of runs kind of the same offense that Andale does and some of these other schools. And they're a run-heavy offense. So what's it going to take to stop them?
Well, they do a great job. The quarterback, of course, everything's ran by the quarterback, and the quarterback does a great job of making his reads and keeping the ball sometimes, handing the ball sometimes, but he's a good guy in space. He's very, very quick and makes good decisions. So, that whenever you run option football, that the offense always has an advantage because they decide not to block somebody. They're going to let one guy go. Well, now it's 11 on 10, and that always puts the offense in an advantage. So they do a very, very good job of running that offense, but they'll lull you to sleep and throw the ball. So you can't go to sleep on the pass.
And their defense has been really strong this year, allowing just 16 points a game, and they've really have done a great job of stopping the opponents. But they haven't really faced a team that likes to throw the ball as much as you guys do, and that's what Coach Rice was saying is that it's going to be hard to stop you guys' passing attack. So what's it going to take for the offense to, kind of catch the Tigers asleep?
Well, and one of the things for us, too, is, we're going to try and establish the run.
Right.
And, we know that everybody they spend all week preparing to stop the passing. I mean, you come out and do what we do. But we've got to continue to improve running the football. So, a big focus for us, again, was we had a week where we prepared to run the football. They've done a very good job of defending the run, but we feel like we can line up, for once in our lives, we're lining up here against somebody that isn't twice the size we are. So I think it'll be a fair match up front. Their guys are very athletic. Yep. They move around very, very well, and they're very, very physical. So, we're looking for a good game.
And talking about the running game, you guys got a big win last week, and you got guys like Cody didn't run the ball as much last week, but Justin had a lot of carries. Caden Ramos came in late in the game. He got some carries. And those two both contributed a lot last week running the ball, and Justin had some great carries. So kind of we're looking to see the same thing tonight.
That'll be a little bit of difference. We've got Sutton Carter will be playing tonight, and Sutton hasn't played at all in the last 4 weeks, basically. So Sutton's going to be back in the game, and he'll be on offense only. we look to, we're going to be in the diamond set again, which we were in last week, and, we're going to look to line up and run right at some people. And, we haven't done that a lot this year. But when you go to the end of the season, weather does become a factor and things like that, and you have to be able to line up and run the ball. You can't rely on just throwing the ball all over, because wind and ice and snow can take you out of that. And we've experienced that. So, we're trying to prepare every week to do other things and things that people don't expect you to do.
You guys haven't played since last Thursday, which you guys won at Trinity. I believe you gave the guys off Friday, Saturday, Sunday. They came back this week. So how has this week of preparation been?
It's been a great week of preparation. With not playing JV games on Monday night now, you get an extra day of practice realistically. Mondays for us have been walk through and, look at things and see what we've got for this coming week. But this week we started with an actual practice on Monday, so, you get an extra day of practice. And for us, we're used to playing on Tuesday. So we missed a game, so we thought this was very leisurely compared to what we've been used to doing in 3A the last few years.
Yeah, and talk about that. It's not much of a difference, but it is in a way that you're playing Saturdays in Class 3A. Class 3A will play again tomorrow night or tomorrow afternoon, wherever the game is. So kind of talk about that, that extra couple days of rest.
Well, it's big. There's no question about it. There is no schedule harder than the 3A football, where they play 3 games in 10 days. Yeah. It's both physically, mentally, all of that is exhausting to have your guys come out and play 3 games like that. So, this was it. I used the word leisurely. It felt that way just because our guys have been accustomed to playing 3 games in 10 days for the last, 3-4 years. So a lot of these guys have experienced that. Cooper Roots played in those games for 3 years, and it was like we all joked about it on Tuesday. He said, last year we were playing so this ought to be, it's a good thing.
All right, Coach, you guys have won 3 straight games. You guys won your district, back in the playoffs for the 14th straight year, and this weather's beautiful. Hopefully we'll have a great crowd. I imagine we will. And you're facing a really good Clay Center team. But that's what the playoffs is about, is proving who's the best in the state. And now, instead of playing in a class with 64 teams, it's down to 32.
Right.
And so we'll see what happens, but anything can happen.
Right.
And hopefully we're playing again next Friday night.
Well, we hope so. At this point, we've all talked about it, and we're prepared for, it's one and done from this point on. And, you don't want to let things get away from you by not executing. So tonight comes down to, our team being sound on defense, knowing our assignments, and playing that way.
All right, Coach, and I always go out with the 3 keys to the game tonight.
Yeah, well, and for us, tonight, first of all, for us on defense is we have to stay sound strong and our assignment strong. And last week, we had a couple of times where it blew open, and they ran 2 options against us last week with a guy that hadn't done that much all year, and he got loose twice. Yep. And that's just because 2 guys blew their assignments. And that's not pointing fingers, but it is a game of 11 guys operating as one. And if one guy doesn't do his job, we got a big problem. So we need to be assignment strong. We would really like to dominate the front and be able to come out and run the football and, throw the ball like we do typically.
All right, Coach, thanks for joining me tonight, and let's go get that win.
Great, thank you.
All right, it was Coach Mike Gear here on the kpreps.com pregame show. Make sure to stay with us as we get closer to kickoff. All right, and welcome back here to Wichita Collegiate School as we get closer to opening kickoff of the Class 4A Division II state playoffs. We'll go ahead and take one final break, and we'll be right back with more as we go more in depth on tonight's game. Thanks for tuning in to the kpreps.com pregame show. We'll be right back from Wichita Collegiate School.
Watco Companies has been a member of the Pittsburgh community since 1983. Now a national freight transportation provider, Watco serves customers in 26 states by offering transportation, mechanical, and transload services. Whether transporting potatoes from Idaho, replacing rail cars in Iowa, or transloading rock in Alabama, Watco will never forget their roots because there's no place like home. Watco supports Pittsburgh community athletics and wishes all area teams the best of luck.
And welcome back here to Spartan Stadium here in Wichita, Kansas, the east side of Wichita, as this is the site for tonight's Class 4A Division II regional contest between the Collegiate Spartans and the Clay Center Tigers. Go ahead and take a look between these two teams. Collegiate comes in with a record of 6-3, while Clay Center is 5-4. Collegiate averaging 31.6 points a game. Clay Center averaging just 26.3. Spartans offense is averaging 308 yards a game, while Clay Center leads them in that category at 326. This is a Clay Center team that likes to run the ball, led by Cade Wallace, the senior quarterback, 3-year starter for the Tigers. On the other end, it's the Spartans who like to throw the ball. They're led by junior quarterback Cody McNerney, here in his first season as a starting quarterback, and he has done a mighty fine job passing for 25 touchdowns and just 10 interceptions and passing for nearly 2,000 yards. Spartans defense is giving up almost 19 points a game. Clay Center giving up about 16 points a game. Turnover margin goes to the Spartans. They've +5, while Clay Center is +1. The Spartans have intercepted 8 passes while forcing 4 fumbles. And the Clay Center defense has been very good this year. And they have intercepted 2 while forcing 7 fumbles. So we are just about ready for kickoff here at Spartan Stadium in what should be a good one. Clay Center on the far side has traveled very well. About a 2.5-hour drive for the Tigers here on the far side, as our captains are about ready to meet at midfield for tonight's coin toss. Beautiful weather here at Wichita Collegiate School. It's been a beautiful day all day long, and Coach Mike Gear was saying how this week of practice has been very good for them, and we are ready for our coin toss out there. From left to right for the Spartans, it is Peter Larson, Sutton Carter, Justin Flowers, and Cooper Root. For the Tigers on the far side, it looks like Zeb Bloom, as well as Hunter Mullen, Cade Wallace, and number 52, Parker Folks. Those are your 4 captains from each school. As we're about ready for kickoff, we'll wait for and see what we have. So Clay Center looks like will receive the ball. They won the toss and elected to receive, so they want the ball first, and they will be moving right to left here in this first quarter of play here at Wichita Collegiate. Spartans are used to playing in November, while Clay Center making their first appearance since 2013. They're looking for their first playoff win since 1993. 64 degrees here at kickoff with a light breeze. And it is beautiful weather for the 4th day in November. Spartans will kick it off. They will be kicking off from left to right, and doing the kicking duties for the Spartans will be Addison Harris. We'll see the Spartans defense against this Clay Center offense, who it didn't take them very long to get on the scoreboard last week in their matchup at Smoky Valley, which they lost 30-28. But they got on the scoreboard on the very first play from scrimmage, and that was Cade Wallace breaking free for an 84-yard score. Spartans will look to shut him down tonight. The very versatile quarterback is headed to Cloud County Community College next fall to play baseball for the T-Birds up in Concordia. Not a very far drive from Clay Center to Concordia. So back deep to receive for the Tigers will be Caleb Mindham and Hunter Mullen. And kicking off for the Spartans will be Addison Harris. Harris about to tee it up. We're getting underway right at 7 o'clock here on this beautiful night. Mindham on the far side of your screen, and Mullen on the near side. Both standing inside their own 10-yard line. Harris has it teed up, and we're ready for kickoff. Here. Harris will kick it. It's going to be fielded on the bounce there by number 7, and as Mullen. Mullen has some room around the right side. He's still going and finally pushed out of bounds, but not until he gets into Spartan territory. Great return there for the Tigers, and that's exactly how they want to start off the first quarter. They'll have it 1st and 10 on the 35 with 11:52 to go. Tigers in flex mode offense. Will also be under center. Here's the option. He'll keep it up the middle and will go forward for about 5 yards. Nice little gain there for the senior quarterback. We'll have to get 5 yards on the first play from scrimmage. He'll go under center again. Option, and he'll keep it. Actually, that's going to be Fisenmeyer with the keeper. Up the middle he goes. Maybe a short gain. Maybe a yard on the play. Brings up 3rd down at 4 for the Tigers. Great crowd here on both sides. Here's the handoff. It actually met in the backfield on a great play from Matt Copeland is Fisenmeyer. Fisenmeyer not going anywhere on that one. And now bring up 4th down. Now this is a Tigers team that likes to go for it, and they will do so just here on the first play or first drive of the game. Wallace looks over to the coaching staff and look to change up things. He's got receivers to the far end near side. There's man in motion. Now they'll look over again and reset. And it looks like a delay of game is going to be called. So a delay of game called on the Tigers, and they'll force them back 5 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down and about 10. About the original line of scrimmage is where they will start. And they'll have to punt it away. 4th and 10 coming for the Tigers. Back deep to receive is Colton Sorley right about the 10-yard line. Here's the punt. It's almost blocked and it's tipped at the line of scrimmage. And it's going to take a favorable bounce inside the 30-yard line and still going inside the 25, and it'll be marked down just inside the 25. Great job there by the Spartans to get a piece of that. And not much going for the Tigers on their first drive of the game. They go 4 plays and are forced to punt it away, and now come out the Spartans offense. Collegiate moving left to right here in the first quarter of play. They're led by quarterback Cody McNerney. Got running back behind him, Justin Flowers. Sutton Carter making the return for the Spartans. Been out the last 4 games. Here's the handoff to Carter, and Carter is going to be met right after maybe a gain of 1 on the play. And in there on the tackle is number 52, Parker Folks. Second down and a long 9 coming up. Twin receivers, far side, Root the tight end on the left side. Here's the snap. McNerney looks to option. He pitches out to Flowers. Flowers tries to break it out left side. Still on his feet. Gets the first down and more before running out of bounds at the 37-yard line. Pickup of 12 on the play. 12 yards on the play for Justin Flowers and a first down for Collegiate as they're up Ball at the 37-yard line. Spartans offense likes to hurry it up. They're wearing the wristbands on each wrist, and they'll look at those to change up the play. Trips near side for McNerney. Puts his right hand down. He gets the shotgun snap. He's got time and fires to Cooper Root. Root makes the grab, and it's going to be close to a first down. He needed 10, and it looks like he'll pick up right at 10. And they'll move its chains. Nice pass here from McNerney to his favorite receiver, Cooper Root. So Spartans back-to-back plays, back-to-back first downs. And a little diamond formation. Sutton Carter goes in motion to the left. Here's the pitch out to Flowers. Flowers tries to break it outside and is going to get close to midfield over there. And we'll see where they mark him out. Right at the 50-yard line. Pickup of, we'll call it 2. Flowers, 2 carries, 14 yards so far. Actually, they'll give him 3 on that. And that brings up second down right at midfield. 8:35 to go in the first quarter. No score here in Class 4A Division II first round game. McNerney trips to the right side for him. Clay Center showing blitz. McNerney back to pass. He fires it. He's got Jad Hurani. Hurani is near the first down marker. And it's going to be close to a first down as they will give him, looks like he got it on the initial when he first caught it. And they're going to bring out the chains. So it's either a gain of 9 or a gain of 10. Coming up for the Spartans, it will be a first down or a second and very short as they'll bring the chains out from the far side. No score here, 8:28 to go in this first quarter of play between Wichita Collegiate and Clay Center. And it's going to be very close. It'll give it to him. First down for the Spartans. By about the nose of the football. And the Spartans get first down.
It's first and 10 from the Clay Center 43.
On the catch from Hurani. First and 10 inside Tiger territory at the 43. Root will switch from the right side of the line now to the left. He'll reset. McNerney, right hand down, low snap. He'll hand off to DeVore. DeVore bouncing outside, and he is going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage. Out there on a great job, a great play out there by the Clay Center defense. And in there on that tackle was number 53, Gavin Ware. Gavin Ware snuffed that out perfectly, and a loss of 2 on the carry from William DeVore. Twin receivers near side. McNerney with Carter to his right. Excuse me, DeVore. He'll back to pass. He's got time now, forced out of the pocket. He's still on the run. He'll just throw it. And was intended for Cooper Root and incomplete. And that's one thing that the Tigers do very well, and that is they have some good speed on the outside. And they will force a third down and long coming up. Third down and a long 11 for the Spartans. 7:31 to go, first quarter. Clay Center fans on the far side making some noise. McNerney will send Flowers in motion. Here's the handoff to Flowers around the outside. Great block in there by Egan. Flowers going to be close to a nice gain there. From about the 44 down to the 36, a pickup of 8, and that will bring up fourth down. Great blocking out there for the Spartans, and on that block was number 61, John Egan. Egan, the pulling center on that. Trips to the far side. It's Sorley, Hurani, and Flambini on the left. McNerney will send Root now to the left side of the scrimmage. So as the play clock was winding down, Collegiate will burn their first timeout of the game. 6:41 to go here in the first quarter of play. No score from Wichita Collegiate School. It is Collegiate nothing and Clay Center nothing. You're watching high school football on kpreps.com.
Headquartered in Richmond, Kansas, QSI Quality Structures Incorporated specializes in designing and building complete post-frame buildings. We provide structures built to withstand a 30-pound ground snow load and a 90-mile-per-hour wind shear built to the most stringent codes. Whether you need a garage, agricultural building, commercial facility, or custom-built design, we're your one-stop shop for post-frame buildings. QSI. Everything we do is right on cue.
Welcome back here to Wichita Collegiate. No score here almost midway through the first quarter of play. Class 4A Division II first round game. And it's a good one shaped up for us here tonight between the Tigers and the Spartans. After Spartans burn their first timeout, they'll face fourth down and about 4. McNerney will roll out left. He's going to keep it. He's got room. Gets across the first down yardage and then some. Pickup of 7 on the play from Cody McNerney. Great running room out there for McNerney. He sent the receivers far, and McNerney will keep it and just roll out in the quarterback bootleg to the left side. Picks up the first down. 1st and 10 for the Spartans at the Tiger 30-yard line. McNerney trips to the right side, spread out. Fumbled snap, and McNerney's just going to fall on it after he couldn't grab it right there on the snap. A loss of 5 for the junior quarterback. Spartans coming in this one with 3 straight wins. Well, Clay Center fell in their final district game last week, 30-28. They're kind of in the same situation as a lot of schools, as the winner of that last week's game would be hosting this week. Instead, they lose on a very tough game out there at Smoky Valley in Lindsborg. 2nd and 15. Here's the reverse pass, and Flowers can't hold on to it. Still on the ground and falling on top of it. There is, looks like Matt Copeland on the recovery. So now 3rd and very long. Spartans had a great opportunity at the 30-yard line to punch it in. Instead, now it's 3rd down and 26 coming up. McNerney back to pass, so to fire it and over the hand of Colton Sorley. And that brings up 4th down, so the Spartans will have to punt it away. Not a very good opening drive here for the Spartans when it looked like everything was going their way. And that brings up 4th down and 26. And Cody McNerney will be dropping back to punt this one away. McNerney, a pretty good punter on the year. Puts his hand down. He'll run up and boot this one away. It's a high spiral, and it's going to go out of bounds. We'll see where they mark it. They're still inside the 10, and he'll come out and mark this one. We'll see where the official will come up to and stop it right at the 9-yard line. A great boot for McNerney, and the Tigers are pushed back inside their own 10. 4:59 to go in the first quarter of play as Wallace and the Tigers offense comes back out. Wallace under center. Send a man in motion here. See pitch outside and up the middle, and that is Caleb Mindom. Mindom has room down the sideline, and nobody's going to catch him. A 91-yard touchdown run for Clay Center's Caleb Mindom. And just like that, Mindom is gone for a 91-yard score. Mindom had that perfectly as Wallace pitched it out to him on the option, and Mindom had nobody in his sight as he just cruised down the near sideline. The PAT is up and good from Peyton Lane. So 4:45 to go here in the first quarter. It is Clay Center 7 and Wichita Collegiate nothing. We'll be right back here on kpreps.com.
Headquartered in Richmond, Kansas, QSI Quality Structures Incorporated specializes in designing and building complete post-frame buildings. We provide structures built to withstand a 30-pound ground snow load and a 90-mile-per-hour wind shear built to the most stringent codes. Whether you need a garage, agricultural building, commercial facility, or custom-built design, we're your one-stop shop for post-frame buildings. QSI. Everything we do is right on cue.
Football season is here, and kpreps.com is your source for Kansas high school football coverage this season. kpreps.com provides full coverage for every team in the state with original news content, team pages, schedules, standings, and state rankings. Be sure to stay connected with kpreps.com through our website, mobile app, and Kpreps Twitter feed, where you'll find the fastest and most complete list of scores in all of Kansas. And new this year, Kpreps revamped website features daily audio content, live video game broadcasts, and will expand our coverage for winter and spring sports. kpreps.com, your source.
And welcome back. Here's the onside kick. And it definitely did not go 10 yards. It's going to go right back to the 40-yard line where it was kicked from. So the Tigers trying to catch the Spartans off their game right there. And I'm not sure exactly what happened on that, but it went back to about the 41-yard line, so a 1-yard kick. And the Spartans will have it 1st and 10 from the Clay Center 41-yard line. So this is where the Spartans need to get something going after Caleb Mindom breaks the goose eggs on the scoreboard with a 91-yard touchdown run. Here's Flowers around the left side. Following his blocker, still on his feet, close to the chains. And they'll give him 10. First down for Justin Flowers. And it looks like they haven't officially given that first down. And they're going to give him 9 on the play. And now illegal substitution called on the Spartans as a player came on late. So instead of a 9-yard pickup, it's going to back him up 5 yards, and it will be 1st and 15. So bad snaps, fumbles, and penalties have hurt the Spartans here in the first quarter. McNerney will hand out to Flowers, and another flag comes in from our referee in the backfield. And I believe Flowers jumped a little early. Illegal shift is going to be the call. Looks like Justin Flowers is the one that got off a little bit early. Now 1st and 20. And just like I said, penalties killing the Spartans. Another one tacked on, and now the Spartans are back in their own territory. They had it 1st and 10 at the 41 had a 9-yard run from Justin Flowers, but back-to-back penalties have hurt the Spartans. McNerney will just lob this one up. He's got Cooper Root, and Root almost makes a fantastic one-handed catch. As McNerney was being rushed by number 51, Brandon Loader, and Loader almost brought down McNerney for a sack. Instead, that brings up second down and long. 2nd and 20 coming up for the Spartans. McNerney will send Sorley in motion. McNerney back to pass, so a screen out to Root, and Root is going to be met right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. And that brings up 3rd down and long now. 3:55 to go here in the first quarter. Clay Center 7 and Collegiate nothing. Spartans will have to go 20 yards on this play, or excuse me, 19 now for a first down. McNerney, spread out receivers, 2 to his left, 2 to his right. Back to pass, got time, he fires it, got Root, and once again, Root almost with a great one-handed catch. And instead is incomplete, and that brings up 4th down. Fourth down coming up for the Spartans, and back to punt for the second time tonight is Cody McNerney. 2 drives and 2 punts for the Spartans. They're not going anywhere really tonight on the offensive end so far. And here Jad Hurani will trot on late. So a lot of miscommunication going on by the Spartans. McNerney will get the snap. He'll boot this one away. A low line drive and over in kick. It's going to go inside the 10, almost fielded, and it is fielded right at the 10-yard line by number 18, Peyton Lane. The wide receiver wasn't sure if he should let that bounce, which would have probably went into the end zone. Instead, he picks it up and has trouble picking it up and is taken down right where he grabbed it. Clay Centers ran 4 plays for 91 yards. And the 91 yards came on a 91-yard touchdown run on the last drive by Caleb Mindum. Wallace will check his wristband on his left arm. Now he'll go down under center. He'll give up the middle to Fitzenmeyer. Fitzenmeyer over Spartan bodies for a pickup of 3. Three minutes to go and counting here in the first quarter of this Class 4A Division II first-round playoff game. Spartans defense trying to make up for giving up a touchdown on the last Tiger drive. And here comes a penalty marker in on the near side. And false start is going to be called on the Tigers. That will push him back inside the 10 and to about the 8-yard line. We're now 2nd and along 11. Wallace changed up the play. He's got twin receivers near his side. Here's the option out left. Wallace has it. He's still on his feet up towards the 20-yard line. And he'll get to the 20, a first down, a pickup of 12 for the senior quarterback. It's already 106 total yards of offense for the Tigers on just 6 plays. Averaging just under 20 yards a carry. Tigers offense will look over to the far sideline. They will change up the play. Wallace will look down once again on his left wristband. Put his mouthpiece in with his left hand. He'll go under center. Here's the hand up off to the middle to Fitzenmeyer, and a flag is thrown in from the umpire. In the area of a holding, or maybe there was a Spartan defender that got a hand on the face mask. And a chop block is going to be called on the Tigers. So the Spartans will push him back. It'll be half the distance and go back to the 10-yard line. Just inside the 10 is where they will mark it for the Tigers. Wallace under center. He's got two receivers out to his right. Here's a man in motion. Now he'll pause and go back, and they'll reset. Adam Ebert, the man in motion. Tigers like to eat up a lot of the play clock and a lot of the game clock. Here's the pitch outside, and stuffed after a short gain. Justin Flowers lays a hit on there. And that was Ebert on the carry, and Ebert is going to pick up 6, but after he reaches the 16-yard line, he is stood up there by the senior cornerback, Justin Flowers. Hardest hit Justin Flowers has laid this season. And it brings up second down and long. 2nd and 14 coming up. Handoff up the middle. And not much on that play for Wallace. Maybe a gain of 2. .25 seconds to go in the first quarter. Clay Center 7, Wichita Collegiate nothing. They will have to run at least one more play here before the end of the quarter. And there's 8 seconds on the play clock and 11 on the game clock. Down to 1, and they don't get the snap off, and another delay of game called. Actually, Clay Center's going to burn a timeout. Looks like they got the timeout just in time before the delay of game is called. So Clay Center will be facing 3rd down and long, 3rd and 12 coming up after this short break with 5 seconds to go in the first quarter. It is Clay Center 7 and Wichita Collegiate nothing.
Why should you choose Pittsburg State University?
Nationally recognized academics.
Student-friendly tuition.
Incredible athletics. The amazing campus.
Whatever you're looking for in a university, you'll find it here.
It's why you belong. It's why you belong at Pittsburg State University.
And welcome back here to Wichita Collegiate. Clay Center leading 7-0. 5 seconds to go in the first quarter. Wallace under center. Here's the handoff up to Fitzenmeyer. Fitzenmeyer is going to get close to the first down. A gain of about 9, and that brings up 4th down, and that will end our first quarter. On Fitzenmeyer's 9-yard carry. So after 12 minutes of play, it is Clay Center 7 and Wichita Collegiate nothing. We'll be right back with more high school football on kpreps.com.
Football season is here, and kpreps.com is your source for Kansas high school football coverage this season. kpreps.com provides full coverage for every team in the state with original news content, team pages, schedules, standings, and state rankings. Be sure to stay connected with kpreps.com through our website, mobile app, and Kpreps Twitter feed, where you'll find the fastest and most complete list of scores in all of Kansas. And new this year, Kpreps revamped website features daily audio content, live video game broadcast, and will expand our coverage for winter and spring sports. sports. KPreps.com, your source for Kansas high school sports.
And welcome back here to Wichita Collegiate School. After 12 minutes of play, Clay Center leading 7-0 here over the host Collegiate Spartans in this first round of the Class 4A Division II state playoffs. It'll be fourth down coming up for the Tigers, and they will punt it away. And we might see a fake punt here. There's the snap, and they do get the punt off. Sorley will take the high bounce at the 40, shuffle around his feet. He tries to get outside. Across the 50, pushing a blocker, and out of bounds inside Tiger territory at about the 48-yard line. So that is where the Spartans offense will come back out. And for the second straight time, they will have it inside Tiger territory. And we'll hope this drive goes better than their last two, where their last two they have to punt it away on both of those. 45 yards for the Spartans so far. But also about 20 yards on penalties. Sorley in motion. Here's the draw up the middle for Cody McNerney. McNerney spins off a tackler and picks up a nice gain. It's pick up of 7 on the plate for Cody McNerney. Spartans with 4 first downs this far. 2 through the air, 2 on the ground. Trips to the far side for McNerney. He has William DeVore to his right side. Snap, handout to DeVore. DeVore will follow his blockers. He's made close to a first down. We'll see where they mark him. And they'll give him about 4 on the play, and he'll get the first down. He needed 3. And William DeVore with the first down carry. Spartans have it 1st and 10 at the Clay Center 37. McNerney will send Sutton Carter from left to right. Here's the handoff to Flowers. Flowers is going to be brought down right at the line of scrimmage by number 70. It looks like Jonathan Kramer Rainbolt. Rainbolt in there on the tackle. And no gain for Justin Flowers. Ball in the middle of the field. McNerney with a diamond formation is what Coach Gear calls it. There's Carter in motion. Here's the option out left. Pitch out to Flowers. Flowers picks up a block there and is going to be hit out of bounds, and here comes a late hit coming in. A nice run, but then leveled off there. I believe that's going to be Peyton Lane there with the late hit called by the Tigers. Pickup of 6 before the penalty. Justin Flowers with a nice run. He gets leveled out of bounds. And it'll be a first down for the Spartans inside the 20 at the 17-yard line of Clay Center. First time the Spartans have really been in the red zone tonight. Diamond formation. Here goes DeVore in front now to the right. Option out right. Here's Flowers on the pitch. Flowers tries to break outside, lowers his helmet, and is going to get another nice gain. Coach Gears said they want to try to run the ball more, as a lot of teams look at him as just a passing team, but they want to keep running and showing they're more than just one-dimensional. Pickup of 6 there for Flowers. And second down and 4 from the 17-yard line. the 12-yard line. Here's a fumble, and looks like Flowers is going to jump on it. Not sure what happened there. Flowers just kept running without the ball. McNerney tried to hand it off to him. And the Spartans are very fortunate there that they did not give that one away. .9:08 to go here in this first half. Clay Center leading 7-0 on a 91-yard touchdown run from Caleb Mindom. McNerney, nobody in the backfield. He'll force a rush. Here's the fire, and incomplete out there, intended for Colton Sorley. I mean, you could tell McNerney felt the pressure there from his blind side and kind of just threw that one in the area of Sorley and Flamini on that right side. Brings up 4th down. And the Spartans will go for it. 4th and 7 coming up. Addison Harris, the collegiate kicker, is definitely capable of making a field goal from this length. But the Spartans want to get 7 on the board instead of just 3. Nardi puts his right hand back. He'll look to throw. He'll fire it. Steps up in the pocket. He's got a man inside the 5. And they will mark him down on the catch. There's Jad Hurani down to the 5-yard line. A pickup of 8. 1st and goal for the Spartans. And the Spartans will have it 1st and goal at the 5-yard line. A diamond formation. Carter to McNerney's left. DeVore to his right. Flowers behind him. Here's the snap. The high snap. And Flowers will take it up the middle. And he's going to be stuffed. Looks like no gain on the play. And once again, another bobbled snap there. The weather's beautiful, so nothing to do here with the weather tonight. 8 minutes to go in the first half. 8 on the play clock. DeVore in motion. McNerney puts his hand down. Here's the misdirection to Carter, and Carter will leap across the goal line. Touchdown, Spartans. And Sutton Carter in from 5 yards out. After missing 4 straight games, Carter comes in and gets the touchdown run. Addison Harris's PAT is up and good. So with 7:49 to go in the first half, it is Collegiate 7 and Clay Center 7. We'll be right back with more on kpreps.com.
Headquartered in Richmond, Kansas, QSI Quality Structures Incorporated specializes in designing and building complete post-frame buildings. We provide structures built to withstand a 30-pound ground snow load and a 90-mile-per-hour wind shear built to the most stringent codes. Whether you need a garage, agricultural building, commercial facility, or custom-built design, we're your one-stop shop for post-frame buildings. QSI. Everything we do is right on cue.
And welcome back here to Wichita Collegiate School, where the Spartans are all on their feet after a 5-yard touchdown run from Sutton Carter on a misdirection handoff to the senior back. After missing 4 straight games, Carter comes in and makes an immediate impact after he leaps across the goal line for the touchdown. Addison Harris will be ready to kick this one away from right to left. Harris's kick is going to be back and field inside the 10, and that is going to be Mindum. We've seen him do a lot of great things, and he is not going anywhere there as he is met at the 20-yard line. we've seen Mindom do a lot of great things already. And that's Coach Gears talking to him right now about it. I guarantee he's giving him a high five, but I didn't think Coach Gear would want him to kick it back to Mindom, as Mindom had a great kick return on the first return of the game, and then he had the 91-yard touchdown run. So the Tigers offense back out there. 7:42 to go in the first half. All tied up. Wallace, option out. There's Mindom. Mindom breaks off a tackler, picks up the first down and more, close to the 40-yard line. A pickup of 20 there for Caleb Mindom, when it should have been no gain after the Spartans defense was right there to meet him. So 1st and 10, ball at the 40 for the Tigers. As they're moving it well here. Caleb Mindom already 2 carries, 109 yards to his name. Wallace will give up the middle, and up the middle goes Fissenmeyer. Fissenmeyer in open field, and finally drugged down from behind, but not until gain of 33 on the play. Huge pickup there for Fissenmeyer. Ball now in Spartan territory at the 27-yard line. Wallace under center. And the give up the middle. And nowhere to go is Levi Fissenmeyer. Maybe a gain of 1 on the play. Evan Vogelai in there on the tackle. Vogelai, 46 tackles to lead the defensive line unit for the Spartans. Here's the pitch outside. And met after a short gain there. A great tackle there by, it looks like, number 54. And on there is Trey Charbonneau. A gain of 2 there for Riley Griggs. Griggs' first carry of the game. That brings up 3rd down. And about 8 coming up for the Tigers. So the Spartans defense needs to step up and get a stop here. Here's the option, and it met in the backfield. Tackled in the backfield by number 75, and that is John Powell. Powell meets Wallace in the backfield. A loss of 3 for the senior quarterback. And that brings up 4th down and 10, and the Tigers will go for it. Fourth and 10 coming up. Spartans fans on their feet. Wallace under center. He'll drop back to pass. He's hit, fumble, and recovered by the Tigers. But a fumbled pass, and Wallace is down on the turf. Slow to get up. And they will call it. So fumble recovery by Clay Center, but that is on 4th down, turnover on downs for the senior quarterback, as he was hit hard there from his right side, and Coach Mike Gear is going to have to call a timeout as the Spartans don't have the right personnel on the field. 4:58 to go here in the first half. It is Collegiate 7 and Clay Center 7. We'll be right back with more high school football on kpreps.com.
Football season is here, and kpreps.com is your source for Kansas high school football coverage this season. kpreps.com provides full coverage for every team in the state with original news content, team pages, schedules, standings, and state rankings. Be sure to stay connected with kpreps.com through our website, mobile app, and kpreps Twitter feed, where you'll find the fastest and most complete list of scores in all of Kansas. And new this year, kpreps revamped website features daily audio content, live video game broadcasts, and will expand our coverage for winter and spring sports. kpreps.com, your source for Kansas high school sports.
Welcome back here to Wichita Collegiate School, where the Spartans had a huge fourth down stop, forcing a punt or a fumble on a pass from Cade Wallace. So the Spartans will have it 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line. Moving from right to left in the first half. McNerney, right hand down. He'll roll out to his left. He'll keep it. Got some room across the 35, 40, 45, 50, and finally pushed out of bounds inside Clay Center territory at the 46-yard line. Pickup of 17 on the play for the junior quarterback. They'll call it 18. Officially, 3 carries for 32 yards for McNerney. He's got twin receivers near and far side. He's standing inside his own territory. McNerney back to pass. He fires it, got him in. And with the catch out there is Jad Hurani, is one of his favorite targets, a pickup of 9. To Hurani. Hurani's 3rd catch of the game. 3 catches for 24 yards tonight. McNerney with trips out to his left. 2 receivers on the Clay Center side. McNerney back to pass. He'll step on the pocket. He finds Sorley. Sorley down the sideline. Sorley lowers his shoulder and will pick up the first down. Down to the 25, pickup of 12, and move the chains. Nice little check down pass to Sorley. And first down. Under 4 minutes to go now in the first quarter. Or excuse me, second quarter play. Sorley from right to left. McNerney rolls out to his left, still rolling. He's got a man in the end zone. That's Hurani. Hurani, touchdown Spartans. .25 yards on the pass from Cody McNerney to Jad Hurani right in the corner of the end zone. You can't ask for a more perfect ball than that one. Harrison for the PAT. Harris's PAT is up and good. 3:37 to go here in the first half. Collegiate 14 and Clay Center 7. We'll be right back with more high school football on kpreps.com.
Why should you choose Pittsburg State University?
Nationally recognized academics.
Student-friendly tuition.
Incredible athletics. The amazing campus.
Whatever you're looking for in a university, you'll find it here.
It's why you belong. It's why you belong at Pittsburg State University.
And welcome back here to Wichita Collegiate School. The Spartans take a 14-7 lead on a 25-yard pass from Cody McNerney to Jad Hurani. Great drive there by the Spartans as they take their first lead of the contest. 14 unanswered. for the Spartans tonight. Here's the boot, and it's going to be caught at about the 11-yard line. And on that catch is number 18, and that is Peyton Lane. And Lane takes up to the 34-yard line. 24-yard return there for the wide receiver. And Lane, not sure he was going to catch that. He dropped back and caught it right in front of Caleb Mindom. And Lane takes it for 24 yards out to the 34-yard line. 3:27 to go here in this first half of play. Clay Center went up 7-0. But then the Spartans have scored 14 straight on a 5-yard touchdown run from Sutton Carter and a 25-yard pass from McNerney to Hurani. Here's a run up the middle for Fisenmeyer. Fisenmeyer is going to get about 3 yards on the play. Under 3 minutes to go now in the first half. Wallace will check the wristband on his left arm. Now he'll put his mouthpiece in. He'll go under center. Here's the handoff up the middle. And once again, a short gain there for Fisenmeyer. Third down coming up for the Tigers. Wallace looks over at the far sideline. Instead, a great showing there on the far side for the Clay Center Tigers. They traveled well. Here's the option out left. And met behind the line of scrimmage is Mindom. And on that tackle was number 6. That is Colin Egan. I'm joined by Clay Center head coach Todd Rice. And Egan lays a hit on Mindom behind the line of scrimmage. And they're going to say there was no loss on that play. And that's what Coach Mike Gear is arguing with the referee about. He said there had to have been a loss, as the pitch was definitely behind the line of scrimmage. And the Spartans coaching staff is not very happy about the spot on that, and they should be. That pitch was definitely behind the line of scrimmage. So they're talking to the Spartans coaching staff here on the near side. Don't believe they're going to change the spot on this. Spartans definitely not happy about that one. Fourth down coming up for the Tigers, though. They will have to punt this away. And back to receive it inside his own 30 is Colton Sorley. Got a nice return on his first punt return tonight. It's a fake punt. And on the outside, that is Connor Lass. Lass going for the first down, and he's going to get it up to the 45. A gutsy play for the Tigers. They give him 6.5 on the play. And Last with the fake punt picks up 7 and the first down. Tigers keeping their drive alive. Here's the give outside, fumble on the ground, and it's going to go forward and out of bounds. And the officials want... It should be an incomplete pass as it was a forward pass. And these officials are going to give the Tigers a first down. And official timeout here. On about 12-yard run. So first down for the Tigers on a 12-yard run. Wallace back to pass. He is hit hard and an acrobatic catch, but incomplete, they're going to call it. And Wallace was hit very hard there behind the line. And that brings up second down and 10, 1:31 to go in this first half of play. Wallace will call out to Wyatt Alexander, the receiver on the near side, changing up the play. Wallace under center. Here's the give up the middle. That was Fissenmeyer on the carry. Pickup of 6 on the play. Third down and 4 coming up for the Tigers. Minute 10 to go. Here's the option out and thrown down after a short game. Great tackle there by number 35, Wilson Hatching, with the tackle. And that brings up 4th and 2. Spartans trying to get loud on their feet. And the official on the far side did not throw his flag, but I'm not sure. I'm going to say he was in the neutral zone. So a 5-yard encroachment penalty gives the Tigers a first down. Now 1st and 10 instead of 4th and 2. Wallace back to pass. He'll throw it up. He's got a man. And incomplete there on the near sideline. Nice job there by Jake Flamini to kind of bat it out of the hands of the receiver on the near side. It looked like that was Caleb Mendo, the intended receiver. Flamini knocks it out of Mendham's hands, and 29 seconds remain here in the first half. Collegiate leading 14-0. Wallace will fake the pitch and roll out to his left. He's hit hard as he throws it up in the air and incomplete. Great job there defensively to force Wallace out of the pocket there by number 51, and that was Evan Vogelai. Vogelai has been all over the field tonight, and we've seen him all over the field all season long. Third down and 10 coming up for the Tigers. They're at the Spartan 30. 23 seconds to go in the first half. Here's a reverse around the left side, and here's Lane. Lane going to get the first down and then some before he is hit out of bounds. Pick up a 13 from Peyton Lane. Lane with the 13-yard run, and the Tigers are staying in business. Tigers have it 1st and 10 inside the 20 and about the 18-yard line. Wallace, step back to pass again. He'll throw it up in the end zone. Nobody in the area. And incomplete, and once again, Wallace was hit hard on the pass. He is 0 for 5 now passing and has been hit hard on every single pass attempt. And timeout's going to be called by Clay Center. We'll take one with them with 8 seconds to go in the first half. It is Collegiate 14 and Clay Center 7, with the Tigers having a 2nd down and 10 at their own 17 at the Spartan 17-yard line after this break.
Why should you choose Pittsburg State University?
Nationally recognized academics.
Student-friendly tuition.
Incredible athletics. The amazing campus.
Whatever you're looking for in a university, you'll find it here.
It's why you belong. It's why you belong at Pittsburg State University.
And welcome back here to Wichita Collegiate School, where we are 8 seconds away from the end of the first half. But Clay Center has it 2nd down and 10 from the Spartan 17-yard line. They'll try to punch in here and tie this one up at the halftime break. So Clay Center has just burned their 2nd timeout of the half. Collegiate has none remaining. We'll see what Terry Rice has up his sleeve. Cade Wallace back to pass. He'll throw it and incomplete. Intended out there for Peyton Lane. Peyton Lane had one heck of a catch last week for the Tigers in the game at Smoky Valley. 3rd and 10 from the 17. This will be more than likely the final play of the first half as 3 seconds remain. Wallace looks at his wristband. He'll go down under center. Step back to pass. He'll roll out left. He's going to be sacked behind the line of scrimmage, and that will end our first half with Collegiate leading 14-7 on Clay Center. Great job there by the Spartans defense to sack Wallace behind the line of scrimmage. We will go ahead and take a quick break, and we'll be right back with halftime stats as well as our scoring summary and more on the kpreps.com halftime show just ahead of this break.
Football season is here, and kpreps.com is your source for Kansas high school football coverage this season. kpreps.com provides full coverage for every team in the state with original news content, team pages, schedules, standings, and state rankings. Be sure to stay connected with kpreps.com through our website, mobile app, and kpreps Twitter feed, where you'll find the fastest and most complete list of scores in all of Kansas. And new this year, kpreps revamped website features daily audio content, live video game broadcasts, and will expand our coverage for winter and spring sports. kpreps.com, your source for Kansas high school sports.
Welcome back here to Wichita Collegiate School, where it is the Spartans leading Clay Center 14-7 at the halftime break. Tigers, 23 carries, 218 yards total. They're led by Caleb Mendham, 3 carries, 109 yards, including a 91-yard touchdown run. Levi Fissemeyer, 10 carries for 69 yards. Cade Wallace, 5 carries for 10. Peyton Lane, 1 carry for 13. Connor Last, 1 carry for 7. And Riley Griggs, 1 carry for 2 yards. Cade Wallace, 0 of 6 passing the ball tonight. And for the Spartans, they have 15 carries, 74 yards, led by Justin Flowers at 7 for 35. Cody McNerney, 3 carries for 32. William DeVore, 3 for 2. And Sutton Carter, 2 carries, 5 yards, and a rushing touchdown of 5 yards. McNerney, 7 of 12 passing for 71 yards and 1 score. And that score was to Jad Hurani on a perfectly placed ball in the back left corner of the end zone. Receiving-wise, Hurani leads the team with 4 catches for 49 yards. And Cooper Root has 2 catches for 10. And Sorley, 1 catch for 12 yards. The Tigers took the early 7-0 lead on a 91-yard touchdown run off the legs of Caleb Mindum. He has 3 carries for 109 yards at the break. Well, the Spartans weren't going to fall behind anymore. They insert on a 5-yard touchdown run from Sutton Carter. Carter missed the last 4 games due to an injury. He comes back and finds Pater on his 2nd carry of the game. Then it was a 25-yard touchdown pass from Cody McNerney to Jad Hurani, and that's a 14-point scored by the Spartans tonight. They lead 14-7 at the halftime break. We'll go ahead and take another quick break. We'll come back with some more scores from around the state as Friday football playoffs is on tonight. And we'll be right back from Wichita Collegiate after this break.
Headquartered in Richmond, Kansas, QSI Quality Structures Incorporated specializes in designing and building complete post-frame buildings. We provide structures built to withstand a 30-pound ground snow load and a 90-mile-per-hour wind shear built to the most stringent codes. Whether you need a garage, agricultural building, commercial facility, or custom-built design, we're your one-stop shop for post-frame buildings. QSI. Everything we do is right on cue.
Watco Companies has been a member of the Pittsburgh community since 1983. Now a national freight transportation provider, Watco serves customers in 26 states by offering transportation, mechanical, and transload services. Whether transporting potatoes from Idaho, replacing rail cars in Iowa, or transloading rock in Alabama, Watco will never forget their roots because there's no place like home. Watco supports Pittsburgh community athletics and wishes all area teams the best of luck.
And welcome back here to Wichita Collegiate as the Spartans lead 14-7 at the halftime break. We'll go ahead and look at some of the other scores from around the area and some of those of interest. Over in Buhler, the Crusaders have opened up a 38-0 lead at half on Abilene, while in Class 5A, a good one going on over in Goddard. Goddard leading Bishop Carroll 7-6. So keep an eye on that one as well. Valley Center leading Mays 12-7 at halftime in Class 5A. Out in Great Bend and Andover tied at 7 apiece. So that's an interesting score out there at halftime. McPherson leading 15-8 over Andale at the half. So the Indians could end their season here tonight after a great year, but there's still plenty of football to play. 24 minutes to go in that one. Out in Pratt, the Greenbacks lead Colby 35-6 at halftime. And then just up the road, or down the road, in Mulvane leading Augusta 28-0 at the half. And then some other area scores of note. Mays South leading 35-14 at the half. Derby leading 39-14 at the half against Northwest. And we knew that was going to be a high-scoring game as both of those teams have very high productive offenses. And that one has already seen 53 points put up at halftime. So the winner of this one between Collegiate and Clay Center will get the winner of Scott City and Holcomb. We'll see if we can get a score on that one, as Holcomb's up 20-7 at halftime. The Longhorns trying to get their second win against the Beavers this season, as they beat them back in the first game of the year. Holcomb up 20-7 at halftime. So let's say if Collegiate wins here tonight, they will travel, it looks like, out to Holcomb next Friday night. And if Clay Center wins this one, then Clay Center, let's say Clay Center and Holcomb both win tonight. Clay Center would host Holcomb, because Clay Center has not hosted a playoff game this year, and Holcomb has already hosted this one tonight. If Scott City and Collegiate win, then Scott City would host, because they have not hosted a playoff game. So a lot going on, and we'll keep you updated on that as the night goes by. And then, of course, in our post-game show, we will know for sure what will be happening next Friday night. But is this one 14-7 at the halftime break? We'll go ahead and take a break, and we will come back in about 8 minutes with our second half, as we've seen a beautiful first 24 minutes of play, and the next 24 will be just exciting, I'm sure. So we'll be right back as our halftime show continues on kpreps.com. And welcome back here to Wichita Collegiate High School as we are about ready for our second half of play. We played 12 minutes. We played 24 minutes and 24 more minutes to go. And we will find out who will be moving on to the second round of the Class 4A Division II state playoffs. Clay Center looking for their first playoff win since 1993. They are in for the first time since 2013, where they lost in the first round at McPherson in a barn burner, 47-45. But here tonight, the Spartans, on the other hand, are used to playing in the playoffs, especially last year, where they went all the way to the Class 3A state title game, where they lost to Rossville by 1. On a brutal day for football, that game was played at Gowan Stadium over in Hutchinson, and it was a sheet of ice, literally, on top of the field turf there in Hutchinson. But now the Spartans are in Class 4A Division II, and they want to take it one game at a time and see how far they can go. Right now, they're up 14-7 on the Clay Center Tigers. As Collegiate will get the ball to start the second half. Clay Center won the toss and received the opening kickoff. So Tigers not ready to kick it away yet. Mike Gear talking to the Spartans out there. Back deep to receive this boot will be Colton Sorley. He's over there on the near side getting warmed up, getting a little extra running in. Justin Flowers on the far side to return it. Kicking off for the Tigers will be number 18, Peyton Lane. Lane, the 5'10 junior wide receiver, has done a lot of things tonight for the Tigers. He boots this one away. Our second half is underway. Flowers receives it at the 10. He's got some room, and it's going to be up forward to the 35-yard line. And here comes the penalty marker in, thrown by the referee. And a block in the back is going to be called, I believe, on number 54, Trey Charbonneau. Charbonneau is going to be whistled for the illegal block in the back. And so now the Spartans will have it inside their own 20, working back at the 19. Spartans didn't have too much offense there in that first half, as they had 145 total yards. Cody McNerney trying to break out of something here. He is continuing to get hit, and finally the whistle blows as he gets up to the 22-yard line, a pickup of 3. Colton Story will come out of the game. Hands on his hips. Colin Egan spread out right to the far side. Jad Hurani and Cooper Root as well on that far side. Jake Flamini on the near side. McNerney back to pass. He'll fire it. He's got Flamini, and just over the hands of Jake Flamini. McNerney now 7 of 13 passing. Not a great night for the junior quarterback, but he is just 29 yards away from passing over 100 yards for the 10th game this season, and that is every single game this year. He has passed over 100 yards in. He threw for 236 last week, completing 12 of 14 passes in the first half and 5 scores. 8 seconds on the play clock. McNerney back to pass, rolls out, He'll fire. He's got Cooper. Root lowers his shoulder, picks up the first down and more. Pickup of 9 on the pass from McNerney to Root. They'll give it 10 for the Spartans. 3 catches now for Root, 20 yards. McNerney puts his right hand down. Here's the handoff, and up the middle and going nowhere is Justin Flowers. Flowers met right at the line of scrimmage. He's now 8 carries for 35 yards. He had a big game last week, running for a season high in the win at Trinity Academy. 10-10 to go here in this third quarter of play. Root, Hurani, and Egan spread out to the left side. Egan, the nearest one on your screen. McNerney back in the backfield by himself. He'll fire it, and Cooper Root can't hold on to this one. And the Spartans want a defensive pass interference call. They don't get it, and it's incomplete. And that will bring up third down and 10. Third down and 10 coming up for the Spartans on their first drive of the second half. McNerney with 2 receivers out to his right. Hurani on the numbers down to his left. Play action pass. McNerney to roll. He fires it and in through the hands of Jake Flamini. And that brings up fourth down, 4th and 10 coming up for the Spartans. And Cody McNerney will be back to punt it away. McNerney back inside his own 20-yard line to punt it. He's back at about the 15. Back deep to receive the boot is Peyton Lane. A low end over end kick. And Lane's going to let this one go as it takes a Spartan bounce to about the 21-yard line. 9:34 to go in this third quarter of play. And it's Collegiate 14. Clay Center 7 will be right back. Actually, we'll go ahead and stay here as the Tigers are out there ready to get their offense going. They had a big game rushing in the first half, 218 yards on the ground, but 91 of those came on 1 carry. And that was the Caleb Mindham 91 yards touchdown run. Tigers all looking down at their wristband. Wallace will look around. He'll send a man in motion. Here's to give up the middle. And nowhere to go there on the handoff to Frisemeyer. Maybe a gain of 2 on the play. Second down and 8. Coming up for the Tigers. They're in their road white uniforms, black numbers with the orange trim. Located about 2.5 hours northeast of us. Wallace will hand it out up the middle, and still going on his feet up near the 35-yard line is Frisemeyer. He picks up the 12-yard pickup and a first down. Twelve carries, 83 yards for the junior running back. And a first down. Wallace will option it. He is going to be brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Great play defensively there by number 61, John Egan. Egan in there on the tackle. Second and 10 coming up. All the Tigers look down at their wristband. We'll change up the play. Walls pitches out to Fizzemeyer. Assuming on the carry, that was Mendham. And Mendham maybe gets a yard on the play. He's now up to 110 yards rushing tonight. Fans getting on their feet here. Third down and 8 coming up for the Tigers. Wallace under center. Sends a man in motion. Pitch out. And going to get the first down. Tackle from behind by Jake Flamini. Up to the 48-yard line goes Hunter Mullen. First down for the Tigers. They're up near midfield. Ball at the Clay Center 48. Under 7 minutes to go here in the third quarter of this first round game, the Class 4A Division II playoffs. Wallace will keep it on that one. And a gain of 1. Wallace has really been shut down today by the Spartans. Just 6 carries for 11 yards. Came into the game leading the Tigers. Well, it's Caleb Mendham who has had the big game, but that was aided by a 91-yard touchdown run earlier in the game. Second down and 8. Wallace will hand it off up the middle. There's Fizzemeyer. And another pickup of 2. That brings up third down and long. .29 carries, 244 yards on the ground. Actually, total offense for the Tigers as they have not completed a pass. So 244 yards of total offense. Third down and 6. Here's the option out. As Mullen. Mullen is going to be brought down after a 2-yard pickup. That brings up fourth down and 3. Fourth down and 3, and back to punt it away is Connor Last. His last time out there was a fake punt, and he picked up 13 yards on fourth down. Running on late comes Lane for the Tigers. Low snap, and just getting away is a high spiral. It's going to bounce inside the 10, and it's going to be fielded about the 7-yard line. So that is where the Spartans will have it, first and 10. 4:37 to go in this third quarter. Spartans backed up inside their own 10. We'll see if they can get out here. McNerney will send Root from the right side now to the left side. He'll reset at the line. He'll roll out to his left. Flips over to Flowers. Flowers picks up a nice chunk of yardage there. He gets near the first down marker. We'll see where they mark it. It should be enough for a first down. Nine yards on the pass from McNerney to Flowers. Flowers' first catch of the night. McNerney is now thrown for 90 yards. Needs 10 more to pass for over 100 in all 10 games this year. Low snap. Fielded by McNerney. He'll pitch it out to Sorley. Sorley has room down the field up near the 40-yard line. A huge pickup on second and short from the 16 all the way up to the 38. Pickup of 22 from Colton Sorley. Now 4:10 to go. Here in this third quarter of play. Winner will move on and face the winner of Scott City and Holcomb. Holcomb winning that game right now. McNerney pitch out to Flowers. Flowers catches with one hand. Up near the 45 and a nice chunk of yardage. Pickup of 7 there for Flowers. Second down and very short. Coming up for the Spartans. They're near midfield. Ball at the 46-yard line. McNerney with Flowers out in the slot to his left. Here's the quarterback draw. McNerney shifts field. Going to get close to that first down. And I believe they're going to mark him about a yard short. Maybe a gain of 1. Third down and 1. Coming up for the Spartans. We'll see what the Spartans will come out with now. Flowers behind McNerney. He's got Sutton Carter from right. Now to his right. 1 second on the play clock. The snap barely gets off. McNerney rolls out to his right. He'll pick up the first down. Has first down room and more. Runs out of bounds about the 45-yard line. Pickup of 8. And into Tiger territory goes Cody McNerney. First and 10 at the Clay Center, 44-yard line. McNerney wait for a snap, puts his right hand down. He'll roll out to the left, being pressured from behind. He'll have to get rid of this one. He does. Finds Cooper Root. And Root is out of bounds about the 31-yard line. Or, excuse me, the 37-yard line. Nice pickup there from McNerney to Root when McNerney was being pressured from behind. Pickup of 7. Brings up second down and 3. McNerney has Sorley to his left. Play action pass will roll out to his right. Got some room. And he'll finally just throw it. And incomplete as it skips off the turf intended for Cooper Root. 2:05 to go here in the third quarter. Not much action has happened here in this third quarter of play thus far. Here's the handout to Flowers. Flowers bounce up the middle. First down, Collegiate. Pickup of 7 for Justin Flowers on the carry. First and 10, Collegiate at the Tiger 31. 1:45 to go in the third. McNerney, low snap. Paz now rolls out to his right, being chased from behind. He'll throw on the run. He's got a man, and what a catch. Out there by Jad Hurani. 17 yards on the play. And Hurani with the great catch. And the Spartans have it first and 10 inside the red zone. First and 10 at the 14-yard line of Clay Center. Ball in the right hash. McNerney will hand off. That is Sorley. And Sorley will get a nice pickup. Pickup of maybe 6 on the play for Colton Sorley. Under a minute to go in this third quarter of play. Been kind of a grounded out third quarter. Not too much been going on, just a lot of nice little short runs. McNerney will hand off. This is Sorley, bounces out left side, stiff arms the defender, still on his feet, and finally is wrestled out of bounds. And Sorley is a little slow to get up there. Taken down. Back near the original line of scrimmage. And that will end our third quarter of play. After 3 quarters, Collegiate 14. And Clay Center 7 will be right back with the final 12 minutes as you're watching high school football on kpreps.com.
Why should you choose Pittsburg State University?
Nationally recognized academics.
Student-friendly tuition.
Incredible athletics. The amazing campus.
Whatever you're looking for in a university, you'll find it here.
It's why you belong. It's why you belong at Pittsburg State University.
Football season is here, and kpreps.com is your source for Kansas high school football coverage this season. kpreps.com provides full coverage for every team in the state with original news content, team pages, schedules, standings, and state rankings. Be sure to stay connected with kpreps.com through our website, mobile app, and Kpreps Twitter feed, where you'll find the fastest and most complete list of scores in all of Kansas. And new this year, Kpreps revamped website features daily audio content, live video game broadcasts, and will expand our coverage for winter and spring sports. kpreps.com, your source for Kansas high school sports.
Welcome back here to fourth quarter action between Wichita Collegiate and Clay Center. It's a good one, 14-7, as there was no scoring in that third quarter of play. So we head to the final 12 minutes for the ticket to the second round of Class 4A Division II playoffs. We'll see if we can get a Scott City and Holcomb score for you. Holcomb's up 20-13 as Scott City scored a touchdown here in the third quarter. So we'll keep an eye on that one as that one continues to get underway out there in Scott City, in Holcomb. And whistle's blown. It's going to be a timeout called by Coach Todd Rice of the Clay Center Tigers, and we'll go ahead and take a timeout with them as we are about ready to start the fourth quarter with Collegiate leading 14-7.
Headquartered in Richmond, Kansas, QSI Quality Structures Incorporated specializes in designing and building complete post-frame buildings. We provide structures built to withstand a 30-pound ground snow load and a 90-mile-per-hour wind shear built to the most stringent codes. Whether you need a garage, agricultural building, commercial facility, or custom-built design, we're your one-stop shop for post-frame buildings. QSI. Everything we do is right on cue.
Welcome back here to Wichita Collegiate School. 12 minutes ahead of us. And the ticket to the second round of the Class 4A Division II playoffs is right on the other side of this 12-minute break. Got a lot of game left to play. And we'll start the fourth quarter off. Third down coming up. And third and about 9 for the Spartans. They're moving left to right here in the fourth quarter. Cody McNerney. Roll out right. He's got Hurani in the corner end zone. He'll fire it for him. And incomplete. Almost an incredible catch there by Jad Hurani. We've already seen McNerney and Hurani hook up once tonight on a beautiful pass in the northwest corner of the north end zone. Fourth down coming up for Addison Harris as he will trot out here. Harris has been very good all year. 35-36 PATs and 3 of 7 from field goal. This will match. Well, actually, this is a 30-yard field goal. As long as it's 37, it's a fake. And Cody McNerney will throw it up. And touchdown, Cooper Root. How about that? "14 yards from Cody McNerney to Cooper Root, and wow, what a play. And I'm not sure if that was a designed or not, but I believe so. And Cooper Root with the touchdown grab in the end zone. Harris on for the PAT. It is up and good. So with 11:48 to go in the fourth quarter, it is Collegiate 21 and Clay Center 7. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back with more on kpreps.com.
Football season is here, and kpreps.com is your source for Kansas high school football coverage this season. kpreps.com provides full coverage for every team in the state with original news content, team pages, schedules, standings, and state rankings. Be sure to stay connected with kpreps.com through our website, mobile app, and Kpreps Twitter feed, where you'll find the fastest and most complete list of scores in all of Kansas. And new this year, Kpreps revamped website features daily audio content, live video game broadcasts, and will expand our coverage for winter and spring sports. kpreps.com, your source for Kansas high school sports.
Watco Companies has been a member of the Pittsburgh community since 1983. Now a national freight transportation provider, Watco serves customers in 26 states by offering transportation, mechanical, and transload services. Whether transporting potatoes from Idaho, replacing rail cars in Iowa, or transloading rock in Alabama, Watco will never forget their roots because there's no place like home.
Welcome back here to Wichita Collegiate School. Spartans take a 21-7 lead on a 13-yard fake field goal touchdown pass from Cody McNerney to Cooper Root. Little fireworks to start off the final quarter. Encroachment's going to be called on Collegiate, so they'll kick this one back to the 35 now. Andale has stormed out of nowhere and taken a 20-15 lead on McPherson. Thereafter, 3 quarters up there in McPherson. Here's Harris's boot. It's going to be fielded about the 19-yard line. And that is going to be Mindum with the return. He is taken down near the 35-yard line. Tigers have it 1st and 10 at their own 35. Moving right to left in this final quarter of play. Wallace will hand it off to Fisenmeyer. He is going to be shut down. A pickup of 3 on the play. McNerney, 12 of 22 for 127 yards passing tonight and 2 scores. And the big one just happened a minute ago on that fake field goal. Touchdown. Here's a run on the outside. For Mindom, and he gets a gain of about 2. Third down at the Tiger 39-yard line. Tigers checking the wristbands. 10:20 to go in this first round playoff game. Here's the rollout right. Wallace looks to pass. He's got a man. And incomplete. Nice defense out there by Colton Sorley and Jad Hurani. Intended out there for Peyton Lane. Wallace now 0 of 7 passing. And it brings up 4th down. Last back to punt this one away inside the 30, and there goes a cat on the field. How about that? A wild cat goes running across the field. It ran into the end zone. This one fielded by Sorley about the 30-yard line. He'll bounce out left side and is going to go up to about the 40-yard line. But a wild cat just went running straight onto the field and straight into the southeast corner of the end zone. So 10:03 to go. Collegiate 21, Clay Center 7. First and 10 for the Spartans. McNerney, misdirection, handoff to Carter. Carter stutter steps and get a nice little gain there of about 5. Carter's 3rd carry of the game. You haven't really given him too much after he has missed the last 4 games. You don't want to quickly just run him back into this. But he's a great body to have for that extra guy. McNerney, low snap. He'll pitch it out to Flowers. Flowers is going to be taken down across the 45. We'll see where they mark it. Officially about the 46-yard line. So pickup of 2 there for Flowers. .9:21 to go. 3rd down and 3. Clay Center fans getting on their feet on the far side. Got a handful, about 15 or 20 students there on the far side. McNerney handoff to Sorley. Sorley can be close to the 1st down. Looks like the mark, they'll give it to him. He needed 3, and they give him 3. It's exactly what the Spartans need. And you just keep moving the clock. And we'll see what happens. McNerney fires it. He's got Root. Root goes up and can't come down with it. Root about 6'2". They need another maybe inch on that one to get that. Just couldn't come down with it. Second down and 10. Ball just inside the 50. And here comes a penalty marker. Plays center. Jumps, and that will give him 5 yards. So the Spartans get the Tigers to jump. Second down and 5. Nerdy looks to pass. He fires it. It's got Sorley. Sorley shakes off defender, and first down. Pickup of 12 from McNerney to Sorley. Sorley, nice job there making that grab. He now has 2 catches for 24 yards. McNerney, pass out right. He's got Flamini on a screen and incomplete. And Flamini looks down at the ball. He knows he should have caught that one. Was thinking about running before he had it in his hands. $8:25 to go. Collegiate leading 21-7. McNerney will have Root spread out left, as well as Hurani and Egan. Egan on the far side, just outside the numbers. Pump fake from McNerney. He'll roll out right. He'll dump it off. He's got Flamini. Flamini with a nice grab there out to the 26. Pickup of 8 from McNerney to Flamini. That is Flamini's first catch of the night. That doesn't happen very often. He's usually one of McNerney's favorite targets. Under 8 minutes to go now. McNerney will option out left. He'll keep it up the middle. He's got some room inside the 20, inside the 15. Still on his feet, down inside the 15 to about the 13. A pickup of 13 on the play from Cody McNerney. McNerney with 2 receivers near side. Surani and Flamini. Root will switch from left side to the right side. McNerney option out right. This is Sorley. Sorley lowers his head. And it's going to be a hit near the line of scrimmage. Not sure if he got anything like that on that, but he's shaking up a little bit. He did take a hit there on the second hit applied. Second and 11. 6:40 to go. McNerney puts his left hand down. He'll roll out to the right. Left. He'll think about throwing. Now he'll run, he'll throw. He's got Cooper Root. Touchdown, Spartans. 14 yards from Cody McNerney to Cooper Root. Second hookup of the night. McNerney now throwing for 161 yards and 3 touchdowns. And Root with his 6th catch for 50 yards and his 2nd score. Harris off the PAT. Snap good, hold good, and the kick is good. With 6:28 to go in this game. Collegiate 28 and Clay Center 7. We'll be right back with more on kpreps.com.
Watco Companies has been a member of the Pittsburgh community since 1983. Now a national freight transportation provider, Watco serves customers in 26 states by offering transportation, mechanical, and transload services. Whether transporting potatoes from Idaho, replacing rail cars in Iowa, or transloading rock in Alabama, Watco will never forget their roots because there's no place like home. Watco supports Pittsburgh community athletics and wishes all area teams the best of luck.
And welcome back here to Wichita Collegiate as the Spartans take a 28-7 lead with 6:28 to go. The Spartans have exploded here in the second half after nobody scored in the third quarter. Collegiate has already scored twice in the final 5.5 minutes so far. Here's the kick from Harris. It's going to be fielded at the 22-yard line. That is Mullen. Mullen around the right side. He is met at the 30 and taken down. Looks like Trey Charbonneau there on the tackle. First and 10 at the 31-yard line. Here's the handoff up the middle, and Cooper Root there on the tackle. It's like Prisemeyer there with the carry. Maybe a gain of 2 on the play. Second down and 8. Here's a pass up from Wallace. And what a catch, but incomplete there on that far sideline. It looks like Mindum with the catch, but out of bounds there on that far sideline. Wallace still has yet to find a receiver that has made the catch. 0 of 8 now on the game. Here's a run up the middle, a penalty marker in the backfield. And illegal shift. It's going to be called on the Tigers. They'll push them back after a nice gain there from Prisemeyer. .5:39 to go in this one. 28-7, Collegiate leading. Wallace steps back to pass. He'll fire it. He's got a man deep. And this one incomplete. A diving effort there by Peyton Lane. And Lane almost came down with that one. Wallace has thrown a couple good balls, but receiver just not came down with it. And that went out to Peyton Lane. And he was a 4A pole vault state champion last year for the Tigers. And I'll bring up fourth down. Back to punt is Connor Last. And back to receive it, Colton Sorley standing just inside his own territory at about the 46. Last waiting for the snap. It's a low one and almost blocked. Actually might have been tipped. It's a high punt, but it is going to go out of bounds at the 37-yard line. An 8-yard punt there for Connor Last, and that's going to set up a great opportunity for the Spartans if they can get something going here. And maybe just blow this game out of the water if they can get a touchdown. First and 10 for the Spartans at the Clay Center 37. McNerney will keep this one. He's got some room. Breaks outside the numbers now. Inside the 25, down near the 20, and finally out of bounds. Pickup of 17 on the play for Cody McNerney. He just wouldn't go down. And it'll be first and 10, 5:06 to go now. It's first and 10 for the 20. Ball at the Clay Center 20. Here's the handoff to Sorley. Sorley brought down behind the line by number 70, Jonathan Kramer-Rainbolt on the tackle. Loss of one there for Colton Sorley. Make sure to stay on for our post-game show tonight. We'll go inside the numbers, look at our final stats as well as the scoring summary, and then scores from around the area. Some other scores of interest. Here's McNerney back to pass. He'll fire it. Almost intercepted. Should have been intercepted right through the hands of Peyton Lane. And that brings up third down and long now. McNerney, 15 of 28, 161 yards passing and 3 touchdowns. McNerney with DeVore to his right. Low snap. McNerney rolls out to his right. He'll fire it on the run. He's got a man that's caught into the end zone. And Jake Flamini, touchdown. 22 yards on the touchdown pass. Fourth touchdown pass from Cody McNerney. This one to Jake Flamini for 22 yards out. And that one might put this game out of reach. Harris's PAT is on and good. 4:11 to go here in this game. It is Collegiate 35 and Clay Center 7. We'll take a quick break and we'll be right back with the final 4:11 on kpreps.com.
Football season is here, and kpreps.com is your source for Kansas high school football coverage this season. kpreps.com provides full coverage for every team in the state with original news content, team pages, schedules, standings, and state rankings. Be sure to stay connected with kpreps.com through our website, mobile app, and Kpreps Twitter feed, where you'll find the fastest and most complete list of scores in all of Kansas. And new this year, Kpreps revamped website features daily audio content, live video game broadcasts, and will expand our coverage for winter and spring sports. sports. KPreps.com, your source for Kansas high school sports.
Welcome back here to Wichita Collegiate. Spartans take a 35-7 lead on Clay Center after Cody McNerney tosses his fourth touchdown pass of the night. This one, a 22-yard connection to Jake Flamini in the corner of the end zone. Addison Harris set to kick this one away. 4:11 to go. Here's the kick. It's going to be fielded inside the 20, back at about the 16-yard line by Hunter Mullen. And Mullen still on his feet, but it's taken down about the 33-yard line. First and 10 for the Tigers, moving right to left. 3:40 to go in this game. And up the middle goes Feisenmeyer. And a pickup of 6 on the play. So Cooper Root, who kind of struggled there in the first half to get anything going, comes out and throws 3 touchdown passes in the second half. McNerney has found Root on 2 of those. Here's the pitch outside, fumble, picked up by, still on the ground, and nobody is jumping on it. They're just trying to pick it up and go with it. And we'll see, it's going to be 4th down as a signal out there. And another 4th down coming up, and another punt coming up for Connor Last. Last is 6'1" junior. Standing inside the 25. Sorley back at about the Spartan 35. Here's a snap in the boot. A high spiral. Sorley calls for the fair catch, and he'll catch it at about the 25-yard line. 1:56 to go. All the Spartans have to do is just run the ball and run the time off the clock. And they'll be moving on to next week, Class 4A Division II second round playoff game. Thanks for tuning in tonight, wherever you may be on kpreps.com. A great night for high school football. It is Class 4A Division II first round game between Collegiate and Clay Center. Here's the give up the middle. And nowhere to go is Colton Sorley. Here's the hand outside. Sorley tries to break it outside. Now reverses field. And is going to be taken down about the 20-yard line. Loss of 5 on the play. Under a minute to go. Spartans just eating up as much clock as they can. They're 35 seconds away from moving on to next week's sectional play. Sorley outside again, and he's going to go down behind the line of scrimmage again. And there's a flag on the play, and it's going to be on Collegiate. So 24 seconds to go. So it'll be fourth down for the Spartans. 24 seconds to go. And it looks like a timeout is going to be taken by Clay Center. They trail 35-7 with 17 seconds to go. Make sure to tune in to our post-game show. We'll wrap up our scores from tonight, as well as other area games going on, and the playoff picture for next Friday night, which the Spartans will travel out west. Now it's either to Scott City or Holcomb. And right now, we can see if we can get a score on that game. Holcomb's up 27-20 with about 4 minutes to go. That was the last score we saw. Thanks for everybody tuning in tonight here on kpreps.com. It's been a great game, and the Spartans have really just blown up in the second half. It was 14-7 at halftime. And at the end of the third quarter, Spartans have scored 21 straight in this final quarter. McNerney gets the punt off. And it's going to bounce. It's going to be fielded about the 42-yard line. And hit hard there by Colin Egan. And that was Peyton Lane on the return. Coach Mike Gear will put down his headset as he will pick up his 165th career victory tonight. 165 wins and just 40 losses. One of the best coaches around the Wichita area. Here's the reverse pitch, Lane around the right side. He's got some room and still on his feet, looking for that first down marker. He gets it, stays in bounds though, and that's not what he wanted to do. But and there's some extracurricular activity going on the other side, as looks like Wyatt Alexander pushed off a Collegiate player. Pickup of 19 on the play. For the Tigers. So 1 second to go after Clay Center burns their final timeout of the game. Spartans will come back out there looking for their 7th win of the year. They were 6-3 right now. Clay Center 5-4. Wallace under center. They'll step back to pass, and here is a flag thrown on the far side. Collegiate jumps off sides. It'll be first down and 5 now. Spartans, all they have to do is bat this one down and end it like that. 1 second to go. Cade Wallace under center. He'll roll out to his left. He's being pressured. He'll lob this one up in the end zone. Colton Sorley will intercept it and will run out of bounds, and that will do it. Collegiate 35 and Clay Center 7. And that will do it for tonight's game. The Spartans move on to live another day and to fight another night. Next Friday night, they will be heading out west, either to Holcomb or Scott City. We will go ahead and take a look at the scores and all that as we will be right back here on kpreps.com to recap tonight's scoring as well as stats and more. Coming up on the kpreps.com post-game show. Collegiate wins this one 35-7 over Clay Center, and the Spartans advance to next Friday's sectional round. We'll be right back on kpreps.com.
Football season is here, and kpreps.com is your source for Kansas high school football coverage this season. kpreps.com provides full coverage for every team in the state with original news content, team pages, schedules, standings, and state rankings. Be sure to stay connected with kpreps.com through our website, mobile app, and kpreps Twitter feed, where you'll find the fastest and most complete list of scores in all of Kansas. And new this year, kpreps revamped website features daily audio content, live video game broadcasts, and will expand our coverage for winter and spring sports. kpreps.com, your source for Kansas high school sports.
And welcome back here to Wichita Collegiate as the Spartans come away on top. They win this one 35-7 on a beautiful November night here in Wichita. The Spartans, they trailed 7-0 after the first quarter, and that was on a Caleb Mindum 91-yard touchdown run for the Tigers, and it looked like they had a lot of momentum going. But that would be their only score of the night as the Spartans shut down their defense through the rest of, or shut down their offense the rest of the night as Sutton Carter put the Spartans on the board with 7:49 to go in the second quarter, scored on a 5-yard touchdown run. Then, 4 minutes later, it was Cody McNerney, a 25-yard pass to Jad Hurani to put the Spartans up 14-7 in their first lead of the game. Then it was halftime, 14-7, Collegiate leading. As the Spartans being given their regional championship trophy out there at about the 40-yard line. Collegiate added on to their lead with a 13-yard pass on a fake field goal from Cody McNerney to Cooper Root in the back of the end zone. Spartans added on their lead with a 28 to go up 28-7 on a 14-yard touchdown pass from McNerney to Root. Spartans would add one more score, and that came with 4:11 to go in the game. McNerney found Jake Flamini for a 22-yard touchdown pass, and the Spartans would hold on to that final score, 35-7. A big night there for Cody McNerney after he started off a little rough. We'll go ahead and look at tonight's numbers. First for the visiting Clay Center Tigers. Levi Fizemeyer, 16 carries for 96 yards. Caleb Mindum, 5 carries for 112. Cade Wallace, 6 for 11. Riley Griggs, 1 for 2. Adam Ebert, 2 for 8. Hunter Mullen, 2 for 10. Connor Last, 1 for 7. Peyton Lane, 2 for 32. In total, 35 carries, 278 yards on the ground, averaging just under 8 yards per carry. Cade Wallace, 0 of 9 passing, as he not complete a total pass tonight. Now for the Spartans. McNerney, 8 carries for 75 yards to lead the way. Justin Flowers, 11 for 51. Colton Sorley, 8 for 24. Sutton Carter, 3 for 10 and a score. And William DeVore, 3 carries for 2 yards. Passing the ball, Cody McNerney, 16 of 29 for 183 yards and 4 passing touchdowns. Receiving, Cooper Root, a big night. 6 catches, 50 yards, 2 touchdowns. Jad Hurani had 5 catches for 66. Jake Flamini, 2 catches for 30 and a touchdown. And Justin Flowers, 1 for 9. Colton Sorley, 2 for 24. So big night offensively for the Spartans, and they really didn't get much going there until the second half, and especially that fourth quarter where they outscored Clay Center 21-0 in that final 12 minutes of play. So Spartans will move on as they move on to 7-3 on the year, and they will travel out west. Just got final. They had Holcomb beat Scott City 34-20. So it'll be Collegiate and Holcomb battling next Friday for a spot in the state semifinals. Make sure to tune in to kpreps.com. We'll have complete coverage of that game as we're one step closer to crowning a title. Spartans win this one 35-7 on a big night from Cody McNerney and the rest of the Spartans offense, but as well as their defense, who shut down Clay Center after that first score of the game when the Tigers looked like they had things going. Clay Center ends the season 5-5, a great year for Coach Rice and the Tigers. They make the playoffs for the first time since 2013, but are unable to win a playoff game, and that streak is still alive. They have not won a playoff game since 1993. So a lot going on across the state as we look at some of the other scores from around the area. Just as we go down these real quick, a crazy one going up in McPherson. McPherson comes out on top 21-20 over Andale in Class 4A Division I. That was a heck of a first-round battle, and the score lived up to it. 21-20, the Bullpups move on in 4A Division I. Great Bend beat Andover 16-7 out in Great Bend after Andover hung with them. It was 7-7 at one point, but the Panthers too much for the Trojans. Some other scores is, if we can get a score out there, Goddard and Carroll are going back and forth, and last I knew, Goddard had the lead. We'll see if, Goddard wins 20-12 over Carroll. Ending the Golden Eagles season, and the Lions are still alive in Class 5A. A big win for Coach Vang, and the Goddard Lions are only lost this year to Derby, the 6A favorite to win the state title right now. So in Class 5A, Wichita Heights beats Emporia 42-7. So Heights and Goddard in the 5A state sectional will be next Friday night, and that game will be at Wichita Heights. Heights will host Goddard in Class 5A. Great Bend will take on Valley Center, so Valley Center will have to head out west to Great Bend, the second Wichita area team to do so in as many weeks. In Class 4A Division I, see if we can get some finals. It looks like area teams Buhler will take on Mulvane next Friday. So Buhler and Mulvane will play each other. And May South and Ulysses, I'm not sure we've seen a final on that one. We'll see if we can get one real quick. May South takes down Ulysses 63-14. So the Mavericks will take on McPherson in a big game as well next Friday night. Class 4A Division II is this one. And like we said, Collegiate and Holcomb next Friday night out there at Holcomb. And then Pratt will take on the winner of Smoky Valley Nickerson, which last I knew was in overtime. And Smoky Valley came out on top 21-20, so the second straight overtime victory for the Smoky Valley Vikings as they beat Clay Center last Friday. So Smoky Valley and Pratt in a CKL matchup next Friday in Class 4A Division 2. Class 3A will continue their playoff run tomorrow. There's a lot of games going on. Nemaha Central at Silver Lake, Wellsville at Galena, Rossville at Sabetha, Caney Valley at Osage City, Halstead at Garden Plain, Hoisington at Norton, Heston will be hosting Chaparral, and Phillipsburg at Larned in Class 3A. So a lot of games going final tonight. Make sure to check out kpreps.com for complete coverage of scores from around the state. For myself, Sean Boston, I want to thank you for joining tonight as the Spartans are victorious. They win 35-7 over Clay Center and will be playing next Friday out in Holcomb. So we'll be heading about 4 hours west for the Spartans and the Longhorns. You, of course, can watch that right here on kpreps.com. We're making the trip out there. And for myself, I want to say good night and so long from Wichita Collegiate as the Spartans move on in the Class 4.